Hey people, welcome to the channel and checking out again 323 latest update, and it's really not looking all that good. Had to kill myself so as to get out of the hub area because elevators aren't really working. But again, trying to stay positive with some of the things I like about it. And yeah, I was mentioning the idea of you being able to reload from your pockets, which is quite nice. Given that is a real thing, you can reload your magazines from your pockets. And it gives you the advantage of, if you want to wear normal clothes and skip the spacesuit for a while, it's quite nice, especially if you're like in a nice place like in Microtech. One of the other things I mentioned was the idea of wearing backpacks. You don't need a spacesuit to wear backpacks. We do that all the time already without any of that. But the other thing I want to show you is how things change for some ships, specifically the Constellation series, and they actually have it here. So the Connies now take advantage of having the actual guns that they were supposed to have, meaning you used to have 2 size 5 hardpoints and 2 size 5 hardpoints fixed to gimbals for size 4. Now that makes a big difference in terms of what you can load there, but now that's all gone. Now you don't have a reduction from one to the other, from 5 to 4 when you have gimbals. So now we have all 4 guns pilot controlled being size 5, meaning you can get yourself an 85B, a couple 85Bs, and a couple laser cannons. By the way, that is my recommended configuration because it means you can use the ballistics and at the same time you have very powerful cannons that do a lot of damage that you never run out of ammunition. I have something similar in my Corsair, so you're going to copy that. Highly recommended. The other thing you want to change is the quantum drive. I think it's the crossfield. Anything that is military is what you want to get. This is not what you want to have. Yeah, the crossfield is what I would suggest having. Jaeger is good too, but crossfield is a little bit more fuel efficient, a little bit more expensive, but definitely worth it. The industrial one, no way. And getting better shields, specifically the FR86. That would be my recommendation. The rest of this stuff, not really necessary. Let's go check it out, see how it looks once we're in there. I could not still see where I was placing my weapons because that is not working right now. By that I mean, if you go into your mobi-glass, which has been improved a little bit, it's not shaking as if you have some neurological disease anymore, but if you go here and check your ships, you cannot actually see your ship. You just see a shadow of it, so it's very hard to see exactly where you place the guns and so on. Let's go check that out because there are a couple other things. So the Constellation Taurus is a ship that I've always recommended, especially buying it in-game. It's going to be a lot more expensive now. It's, yeah, how much is it? I don't know, like 3, 4, 5 times as much. A lot more expensive. And you're not going to be making more money. That's something that I also mentioned because lots of that floating around. Lots of the shilling, as always, which is something I hate. The idea of being a bitch and saying everything is fantastic when some things are definitely not. This is by far the patch I like the least, and I think I made my opinion quite clear. Now, one of the other things that I want to check here is the reduction in capacity of the ship inventory. They've been hit very hard. No longer will you be climbing into your Avenger Titan and dropping a ton of armor, guns in it. No, it's gonna be, I think it's a lot more limited, far more reduced. For example, now in your Connie, your capacity is 5,000. 5,000, it's not terrible. I've seen a lot worse, but it's not what it used to be. So yeah, 5,000, I'm happy with that. So again, just proves my point that the Connie, especially the Taurus, is a great alternative. You have a lot of cargo capacity there in the back. You can do a nice amount of cargo hauling. You only have 2 gun racks, right? So you can only have a couple of those. You do have compartments there, right? I'm not sure if that's any good, but let's go back to checking the weapons. So in terms of your weapons, let me show you how that looks. Okay, so the inventory capacity is not that terrible. Soon enough it will all go away, and unfortunately some of these older legacy guns, so you see how I have those Gatlings there? not only they look great, it also does a lot of damage. And I have the Omnis Guy cannons there on his side. So yeah, some people go all ballistics. Honestly, yeah, it's nice to go brrr, but when you find yourself without ammunition at the worst possible moment, you will regret that. I mean, I had that in my Corsair, fun for a while, and yeah, if you go reload, it's okay, but always having a couple laser cannons, especially of the size 5, that do so much damage, you can even just use those and save the ballistic ammunition for an emergency or anytime you want to do, like, get more serious. That is, yeah, there you go. You have the full capacity of your Corsair now, which is definitely welcomed. Yeah, but once, and it's gonna be maybe more sooner than we would like, you know, not something that CIG is known for, but soon enough we will find ourselves very limited in terms of what we can actually hold here, because when the ship inventory, the I thing, right, when the I mean, we're going to be losing the local inventory and we will be losing the ship inventory. And in that case, especially with these older ships, which is something that I see CIG totally doing, especially so as to, you know, nudge you into buying a new ship with some storage compartment or something more updated, because all of these things, right, F opening this, right, all of this storage, it's not opening like storage in my Corsair. My Corsair is much, it's a newer ship, so you have a bunch of these storage options within the ship. Here, you will be limited. Once they take this away, you will be limited into having some box that you load up and drop here. So, whenever you want to go pick something up, you'll have to run here to the back, climb down, stairs, find that box that you left somewhere here, and interact with that box, because fuck it, realism, right? That's in reality is same old CIG, which is encouraging you to buy new ships. I mean, I think you can leave something here behind. I don't know if this has the grid or not. I don't see them updating that anytime soon, but hell, it is what it is, guys. Anyway, the Connies are very nice now with those better guns, which will do a lot more damage, and especially with the shitty master modes, a combat that you will gauge in very arcadey, you'll be just sitting in front of your other ship, and the one with the bigger guns and more shields and bigger ship is more likely to win. So yeah, by all means, look into that, especially if you can buy it in-game. Guys, that's gonna be all for now. As always, if you appreciate my honesty and transparency, subscribe to the channel, and thank you so much for everyone that has been subscribing. That is hugely appreciated, and it shows me that I'm on the right track, and I especially love all of you guys that leave your comments, both the good ones and the bad ones, the ones crying about me saying things that you don't agree with. I love those. Those make me especially happy. And if you want to start playing Star Citizen, by the way, you have my referral there in the description of the video below. So use my referral if you want to play Star Citizen, and if you're angry, by all means, leave a comment. I love reading those. The angrier, the better. See you next time. Take care.